Shout out to all my Orange Box goodness, Gangstas, and Chugg Lifers. It's your boy Ben Wayne back again for another video. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the YouTube channel, and shout out to everybody who's rocking with me on Instagram, where I go 100% full throttle, 24/7, 365, especially every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, where I do my live show, Train Talk Tuesday. Now, if you know, you should know by now, Train Talk Tuesday is the home of Orange Box goodness, Blue Box bliss, Black Box beauties, and Purple Box perfection. But today, we're here to review a new type of blue box, all right? This is a special blue box that was sent to me by Walter, my boy from Ready Made Trains. He sent me a couple samples to check out of his product. Now, Walter himself, you know, the owner of Ready Made Trains, is a train guy. Let's just give you a little bit of background of this guy. You know, I had a phone conversation with him today. It was awesome getting to know him. I just wanted to know a little bit about his history, man. And he is about that train life, for real. The Chugg life through and through. He worked as a towerman in 1968 in the Jersey Central when he was in college, left to go into the train service from 1968 as a brakeman, and then a conductor in 1972 at the Erie Lackawanna, you know, up until 1976 to when they became Conrail, right? He even ran a short line railroad between 1996 and 1999. It's a 4.4 mile short line, you know, tourist attraction. So that's just a little bit about his background. Now, in 2003, he started Ready Made Trains. He's currently, since 2020 to current, using his own tooling. All these cars that we're about to review are fully scaled. Everything that they put out is fully scaled. Now, you can find these Ready Made Trains at dealers all over. They do have a website for information only. Their website is readymadetoys.com. Again, that is readymadetoys.com. Now, he sent over some stuff for me to review. I have a couple of box cars. I think we have a wood chipper car, a tank car, and an ore car. We're going to go ahead and get into it. Let me check out my notes here real quick. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So first off, this is the first box car I'm going to open. I don't want to drop it in my excitement. All right, so right off the bat, I'm noticing the quality of the cardboard. That's right, I'm talking about the cardboard before I even open up the box car. It is thicker than what we get with the Orange Box goodness and the Purple Box perfection and the Blue Box bliss. So it's probably thicker to keep the contents safer, all right? So it feels a bit more rigid, and it really does give you a sense of quality. Now, again, before I open up the box, I also noticed that on each side of the box ends, we have labels. So you ever open up a new train and you open it up on the wrong side and there's no label there? So you have to flip it to read what it is. That is not going to be the case with Ready Made Trains. So you can see it says RMT, Main Central, red, white, and blue, 40-foot boxcar, right? The label says that. Hopefully the camera's getting that. Let me make sure my camera setup is working. All right, so, okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. Now I'm gonna flip the box around and you can see it's labeled on this side as well, okay? So, you know, you're no longer, you know, digging through boxes, seeing what's what, and you realize you put the box in wrong or whatever the case may be. You have labels on both sides. So that is something worth mentioning. So let me go ahead and get into this. Now these are coming in at $39.95. That's right, $39.95 per car. All right, so this is how it's packaged. This is the box. Looks like, you know, we have a label here. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the label. So it says the Trainmaster line used with 3-rail O-gauge trains and track, minimum curve 031. Every car is distinctly numbered, quality metal wheels and operating couplers, prototypically inspired paint schemes. Now, one thing I want to make mention of, some more information I found out. You know, when Atlas drops some rolling stock, we want to have multiple road numbers, right? Sometimes we get 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different road numbers. Ready Made Trains is doing up to like 300 road numbers. That's right, 300 road numbers on a car. That's insane. All right. One thing I want to do, just to give you some history, I want to read the back, right? The back of the box contains a synopsis of ready-made trains. I really want to give you guys a thorough review here, so bear with me as I read this. So a little bit about ready-made trains. Ready-made trains started in 2003 by Walter Mautuch. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Excuse me if I didn't. A toy train collector, a model train hobbyist, and a professional railroader who worked as a brakeman, conductor, engineer, and even operated a real short line railroad during his 30-plus year railroad career. In 2021, Ready-Made Trains was purchased by Emery Distributors of Easton, PA. RMT will continue as a family-owned and run toy train company. These trains feature quality, durability, realistic pricing, and fun. Best of all, you can share your toy train hobby with your whole family, including children. Great for those small hands to learn about toy trains, model railroading, and prototype railroads we grew up with. RMT trains are easy to operate and are produced with a large assortment of railroad names in those colorful paint schemes we remember along with today's modern railroad scene. Enjoy watching the RMT train operate on your layout or holiday train display. There's a magic about a toy train that can certainly endure for a lifetime of enjoyment. Special thank you for purchasing RMT product. All right. So I just want to give you guys, some history about, let me get this camera working right, what we're reviewing, all right? Because this might be new to some of us. It's definitely new to me. I just want to do a thorough review. So this is the packaging it comes in. You can see right off the bat, we do have some vibrant colors here. Let's see. So it looks like it's taped. Let me grab a razor and we're just going to cut it open. All right, so I'm doing this. I haven't opened any of these before recording. I like to have my videos just come as natural as possible. So I'm seeing this for the first time along with you guys, okay? Let me carefully open this. Looks like I have some extra tape on the side there. Okay. All right. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. Okay, couple things I noticed right off the bat. So cars from this period, they usually come in just brown and yellow. I love the vibrant blue, white, and red that we got going on. Almost looks kind of orangish as well. A lot of people say, Ben, you don't run a lot of the classic stuff or the stuff from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on. That's because there's not a lot of color. But RMT is hooking me up with the color here, so I'm liking that. The weight of the car overall feels pretty good, right? So I like the way that it feels in my hands. It feels like I could string along a lot of these and be okay, right? I could string quite a bit of these and be all right. So right off the bat, if you look at the interior of the car, you can see that the cars actually have a load in them. Now, again, this is just $39.95, I'm sorry. You can see the floor, so there's details. And then, the boxes inside the boxcar itself, they are marked, right? Let me give you guys a view of that. So I like that amount of detail. The doors, they do open and close. That is nice. This is unbelievable. This is at a great price point. All right, now we do have separately applied details. You have the walkways, you have the ladders on the sides as well. So that is what the roof looks like. So you can see that. The markings on the car are nice as well. So speaking of markings, one of them says Maine Central Railroad, Equipment Trust 1954. Yeah, 1954. First Boston Bank, trustee, owner, lesser. Okay, so it even tells you which bank owns this car, right? So there are a lot of other box cars out there from this same era made by other companies that don't have as many markings as these. I think that's pretty significant, right? Even tells you where the car is to be returned after service. All right. So on the sides, it says spring 3 11-16 inches of travel. I like the markings here. Paper loading only. So on the side of the car, you have all different types of notes and markings. Hopefully the camera's focusing on that. If not, just take my word for it. So on both sides, you know, they got you covered there. So guys, that is a significant amount of detail for what you're getting here. Now, if we look at the wheels, you know, these are really prototypical, right? So the detail of the wheels themselves, let me see if I could show you. Look at the inside detail. You know, in real life, this is prototypical. You could see how you had like those lines inside the wheels. That's how it was, where the wheels were cast, right? So I don't know of any other manufacturer that is doing that. And again, hopefully the camera's showing you the detail there. I apologize if this isn't top-notch video quality, but there's something to be said about that. That is quite impressive. That is quite impressive. Now, I also noted that the exterior portion of the wheels say RMT. Now, it's going to be hard to capture that, but it says RMT on the wheel. So that is quite prototypical. You know, on the real railroad, on a real set of wheels, you would see the manufacturers on the wheels themselves. Again, I don't know if anybody else is doing that. Okay, so let's talk about the undercarriage here. This is what the undercarriage looks like. All right, so we do have some separately applied detail there as well. I think overall, you're getting a lot of bang for the buck. So let's check out some of the other cars here. Let me make sure that I am covering everything I wanted to say. So we definitely covered the rippled effect on the wheel. I think that's the correct way of referencing that. The RMT name is raised on the wheel itself to replicate what was actually done on wheels back in the day. I think that's just incredible. We have simulated air hoses, and freight trucks have two methods of uncoupling: magnetic ability, and there's an actual lever. Okay, now, if you do have any trouble with your couplers whatsoever, RMT does have remarkable customer service. You can call them or email them and they'll get you taken care of right away. All right. So they did make an emphasis on having good customer service, and that does seem to be an issue in the hobby. Those of you guys who know, I mean, you know, you've been on this channel, you know, right? Let's go ahead and open up a special box car that was done. All right. All right. So I went ahead and opened up the next car. This one is a special car celebrating the Canadian Pacific in Kansas City. The Final Spike Steam Tour is what it's referred to. Now, this was to celebrate a steam tour that was done from Canada to Mexico. I think this is awesome. This car has some special features. Okay, so obviously the paintwork is nice as well. The colors are nice. But if you look at this side of the car, this end of the car, it has information about the steam engine that pulled it. I think that's a nice way to, you know, pay homage, attention to detail. It's really nice. And again, you can see the top, the walkways, the markings. Again, $39.95. This is full scale. And then you have the same amount of detail on the wheels that we pointed out on the other boxcar. I'm just trying to make sure I get you guys the shot here so you guys can see. And again, nice weight. And of course, this does come with a load. And again, you're looking at, you know, everything's not just one color in here, right? That's nice. So you can see the floor there. You know, you don't get this with cars that cost 3 times the price of this. I'm just saying. Doors open and close, of course. I can't wait to get this on my layout. I should pull the Berkshire down and pull it. Let me open something else. Let me put this away first so it doesn't get too crowded in here. Just bear with me here. I don't want it getting too crowded. Thank you guys for supporting the video and rocking with me here. Okay, let's pull out the wood chip car, right? This is Canadian National. Again, easy to read what it is. It says what it is on both sides. Let's get to it. We're gonna go ahead and slice that tape open. Okay, okay, so the wood chip car has a simulated load inside. That is nice. I like that. It was not, I don't know what I was expecting, but you got the simulated load in there. Nice and vibrant color. The weight is really nice on this one as well. Canadian National, it has all the markings, serves all Canada. Detailed markings here. I like this. All right, and looks like the doors do open on this. And the detailed markings are there on each end of the car as well. Separately applied details. And then you can see the undercarriage as well. That is nice. It has a really nice weight to it. I'm really impressed. I am curious to see how well these will roll on my track. Okay, let me open up one more. I could be here all day. We got a tank car. Let's go ahead and open up the tank car. All right. Let me go ahead and open up the tank car. Something about opening up new trains that just makes me happy. So I'm going to put this box up again. Bear with me here. All right, so we got a tank car. This is Reading and Northern. Okay, the tank car has a nice weight to it as well. That's nice. Take a ride on the road of anthracite. So you have all the markings here that you would come to expect. I like the green. You know, this is nice. This is nice. This is a single dome tank car. Let me make sure I don't want to miss any details. I had some notes here on the tank car. But I don't have a single car like this in my collection. So it says it has a removable dome hatch. All right. I don't want to try that for the first time here. So we got a walkway platform. Is easily removable to create a different look. You know, older era tank car without the platform. So the walkable platform is removable. Okay. This is nice. And again, the weight is nice as well. Right? It's a little lighter than the box car for obvious reasons, but overall the weight is quite nice. All right. And let's see. Let me go ahead and open up the ore car. All right, this is the last one I'm opening. All right, this is the last one I'm opening. All right. Let me make sure I didn't take down any special notes for the ore car. So this is unique. Again, this is unique tooling specific to RMT. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And these are scale. I don't think I have an ore car in my entire collection, so this will be my first. Okay. Okay, and the ore car has a simulated load, as you guys can see. Weight is nice. I feel like I need 20 more of these, to be honest. This is nice. Loving the detail on this. This is just incredible. This is incredible. So again, you got all the markings that you would expect. Again, nice weight to it. Now, for those of you who might want to order some trucks, you can do so. But they also come in a pack, you know, by themselves. I think it's around $16, $17 if you want to order some trucks. And again, they have the magnetic release and then the traditional coupler release mechanism as well, with those cool wheels that I showed you guys earlier. And again, a really nice weight to them as well. So let me go ahead and string some cars together and get a consist going on the layout and see how these things roll, right? I definitely want to see how these things roll. Let me open up one of these couplers. So I want to see how this rolls by itself, because not all couplers, not all wheels are created equal. All right, so let me see how this rolls on its own. All right, so we're just going to throw this on the track here and see how well it rolls. Okay, that was a lot better than I expected. That was really nice. Okay, that's pretty smooth. These should roll quite nice on the layout. And again, you can see the detail of the wheels there. Hopefully that's a better shot than what I got you before. Nice weight to them. And they just feel good. So these should roll pretty well on the layout. So like I was saying, let me go ahead and get a consist together of the cars that were sent over and see if we can pull them around the layout and see how they perform. All right, so that was a review of some product from Ready Made Trains. I'm impressed. You're getting a lot of bang for the buck. It's telling you that to be in O scale and to have a collection of scale freight, it should not always have to be like $120 per car. These are coming in at $39.95, just under $40 per car. And they're coming with detail, their scale, they have a good weight to them. Let me know what your favorite car is. I am torn between this Canadian Pacific Kansas City car and, these vibrant State of Maine cars. I love the detail. I love how there's actually a load inside the car as well. I think that's just awesome. And again, you don't see colors like this that often for this era of model railroading, which is why you always see me with the modern stuff. I love the color, but Ready Made Trains has changed that for me. They've definitely changed that for me because now I have some color and kind of like some steam era freight. Let me know what you guys think about this product. Remember, they have a website for information only, readymadetoys.com. If you want some of the products, check out your dealers. They are in stores now. These are definitely in stores now. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think. Until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the Train Collector's Train Collector. I'm out of here.